Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. I'm the fellow that's trying to keep it country. My name is Kevin, and right now let's talk about the legend Johnny Cash. Just about everybody loves Johnny Cash. I Walk the Line was the first song I learned to play on guitar as I was a very young pup, young Air Force brat stationed in Japan. Johnny Cash is the heart and soul of country music, and let's make one thing very clear. There will never be another Johnny Cash. That voice is more than just a voice. It is also the soul of the man himself coming out of those vocal cords. Over the years, many people have tried to impersonate Johnny Cash. Some have done a great job, and some have failed miserably. I released a YouTube short video a while back that has gone really crazy. It has received hundreds of thousands of views and over 6,000 likes, hundreds of comments. Some folks feel that guy singing in that YouTube short sounds just like Johnny Cash. Others are not so convinced. So in this episode, we're going to take a look at 4 fellows that have attempted to imitate the Man in Black. Let's start off with what I know is one of the worst Johnny Cash impressions of all time. I would probably be the worst Johnny Cash impression of all time if I tried to sing, but this guy is a close second. This fellow is a great actor, and maybe he acted a lot like Johnny Cash in that movie Ring of Fire that came out in 2013. I guess it could have been worse. They could have had him lip-syncing Johnny Cash, but I'm not so sure that his musical voice is anywhere near Johnny Cash. So let's take a short listen to the actor, Joaquin Phoenix.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Okay, that's all I can handle of Joaquin Phoenix singing Johnny Cash. No more, please. Let's move to our next performer that gets closer to the sound of Johnny Cash. This fellow goes by the stage name of Jackson Cash. Being a Johnny Cash impersonator does not automatically make you rich, even if you sound a lot like him. I'm not a social media guru, but the last trace I could find of Jackson Cash on social media was from November 2023. Here it is on the screen here. When your post starts off with "Dear friends, I regret to say that things didn't turn out the way I had planned," well, that's not a good sign. Jackson Cash was playing in Branson, but I don't know his current status. But I've listened to him, and I think he does a decent job at Johnny Cash. So here is a little clip of Jackson Cash. Let me know what you think.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowin', I hang my head and cry. Woo! Stand back. Howdy ho. Now I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a moving, and that's what tortures me. One more time. Well, if they freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I'd want to stay. Yes, I would. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Next up is a fellow that just by looking at him, you would not assume he has a Johnny Cash-like voice. He was born in Los Angeles, raised in Texas, but then moved to the left coast to Washington State. His name is Vince Mira. He is of Latino origin, but was heard by Johnny Cash's son, John Carter Cash, and this led to John producing Mira's first record. If John Carter Cash says that you sound like his father, I think we should take a listen. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is a little of Vince Mira.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
And finally, let's take a look at the voice that became one of the biggest videos ever on the Country Music Time Machine. This guy's stage name was Johnny Counterfeit. Real name, Ronald Lee DeMoore. Of the hundreds of comments, most said yes, he was the reincarnation of Johnny Cash. Sadly, if you noticed my use of past tense here, Johnny Counterfeit passed away in 2022, just down the road in Lebanon, Tennessee. So all we have left of him are some great performances. Let's take a listen to Johnny Counterfeit on the Music City Tonight Show back in 1994.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating from a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
So what do you think? Who did the Johnny Cash sound the best? And no, Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker, I think he played the Joker in the movie, is not included on this list. Was it Jackson Cash, Vince Mira, or Johnny Counterfeit? Just pop those comments down below and let's hash it out. Until next time, this is Kevin. Let's keep it country right here on the Country Music Time Machine.